किं पुनर्ब्राह्मणा पुण्याः भक्ता राजर्षयस्तथा अनित्यमसुखं लोकम् इमं प्राप्य भजस्व माम्.
Then how much easier for holy Brahmanas and devoted Raja Rishis, royal sages, having got to this transient, joyless world, worship me. So Brahmanas are highly sattvic individuals who are free from the burden of tamas. They had somehow managed to knock off the inertia, the lethargy, the heedlessness, the sloth, the indifference. And they were free from the burden of rajas, desire, selfishness, greed, passion, etc. And as a result of this, their mind was calm, focused on the higher, and so such people found it much easier to pursue the spiritual path. And then he introduces the concept of Raja Rishi, which is highly unique to the Indian culture, very, very interesting, where externally they were rajas, they were men and women of great influence and wealth. They commanded a certain position in society, but internally they were sages. So this combination of internal enrichment with external riches gave them a special privilege of actually experiencing the futility of external world. That is what Buddha was. He was a prince, but internally he was a sage. And then he gives two powerful reasons for pursuing spirituality. He says, when you take a look at the world, what does the world consist of? And this is the perception that he has, what they call as jnana chakshu. And throughout the Gita, he says, yaha pashyati saha pashyati. If you see it, you see it. What is the world? This glittering world, this attractive world, that which tempts you so much, essentially is nothing but anitya, transient, asukham, joyless. So, first of all, he says, anityam. Everything in the world passes. The best and worst come only to go. And like we saw yesterday, all you have to do is watch this procession from a distance, objectively, sakshi bhav, and then you don't get affected either by the ups or the downs. The problem arises when you embrace it and you fall in love with it. You fall in love with joy, then when the joy goes, you are heartbroken. You fall in love with sorrow, that is even worse, when you don't let go of it. And that becomes unbearable. The burden becomes unbearable. Like Ramana Maharshi says, when a passenger gets onto a train with his luggage, what would you say if the passenger sat there with in those days they had these trunks, metal trunks. The trunk weighed more than the contents. And that trunk on your head, ridiculous. Because the train that is carrying you will also carry your baggage. Similarly, you're born in this world with this baggage of desire, ego, this, that, and the other. All you have to do is take it and keep it aside. That divine power that's taking care of you, that's taking care of the whole world, will also take care of you and your desires and ego. So, that's what it is. It is anityam. And whatever little pleasure that you get, whatever little sense, excitement that you get, and that is what you call happiness. In the end, that also is asukham. What does he mean by this? Sense contact has diminishing value. The first time you contact a sense object, yes, it gives you certain joy. But even that joy is not inherent in the object. What is happening is, you have a desire for the object. So as long as you have a desire, your mind is in a state of distress, agitation. When you fulfill the desire, temporarily the agitation ceases. and you are happy. So you believe wrongly that the happiness is inherent in the object. So what do? You gain happiness, you want more. And the more you contact the object, the less happiness you get per contact. And then you end up in a situation where there is no joy whatsoever coming out of it. So you decide to give an exaggerated value for an object. You decide there is happiness in an object. You run after it. You get it. And you declare that I am happy. In other words, you are giving power to a powerless thing and then getting crushed by it. So it is anityam and asukham. So what is it that you're giving up really? There's no great sacrifice that you're doing. 34.